Hi everybody, Lord Magicus, and let's play more Merfolk in Modern. Alright, so it's been a while since we touched Modern. Lately, we've seen people have success with Merfolk in a variety of different builds. Some people using like Coral Helm and Chalice of the Void. I believe Merfolk Joe just got 5-0 with Seas Claim, so he's playing 7 Seas effects in his deck, and some people doing like Harbingers and Tidebinder Mages. There's pretty much a ton of variety in what people are playing at the moment. So I guess now is a good time, as good a time as any, to just experiment a little bit. It really seems like as long as you bring any sort of reasonable plan, you have a good chance of success. So let's put that to the test. So this is what I have drawn up for today. Uh, we're gonna we're not gonna play with Master Waves. I think that card is just way too slow and too vulnerable to Plague Engineer. Instead, we're gonna play extra Lord effects. So we're gonna put 3 Reejeries in the deck. We're also gonna put 3 Coral Helm commanders in the deck. Coral Helm gets to be a Lord when you level it up to its final level. It also, for an extra 2 mana, can just be a 3/3 flyer, which that's actually relevant against decks like humans. And sometimes just flying on its own is very fine, so I'm happy to have him here. The biggest problem with Coral Helm is usually you spend a lot of mana to try to make him big and scary, but then he dies to like a single fatal push. So to kind of hedge against that a little bit, we're going to put Kira Great Glass Spinner in here. This ought to give us a little bit more game against the removal heavy decks as well as things like humans to turn off Deputy of Detention. So I think that Kira is going to be good. Should help cover this weakness a little bit. And basically the plan is, because like Ren and 6 and Plague Engineer are running around, we're mostly concerned with the Plague Engineer here. We're just going to have extra Lord effects to keep our guys big and beefy. So hopefully this is going to help with that. Reejery and Trickster have some fun interactions together where at instant speed you can use this to tap an extra thing. So I think that'll be fine. Yeah, and then we'll just still play the 4 Mutavaults and 4 Waterlogged Groves. I'm not going to play the Minamo because the Minamo doesn't really do a whole lot with Kira, and I think that it's fine to just have the basics right now. And I also considered putting a single Cavern of Souls in here, but because I have Deprived and Cryptic in the sideboard, I really want to have as many blue sources as possible. I even considered cutting a Mutavault for 1 Fairy Conclave just to bring up the number of blue sources. Maybe if we have trouble casting these cards, we might do that in the future, but we'll just try it like this first and see if it works. Everything else is basically the same here. Sideboard, Ceremonious Rejection, because Eldrazi Tron is a problem and we need something to deal with it. It's also very good against regular Tron. We have Cryptic and Deprive, so 4 counterspells, so we can bring it in against decks where we need, or against like stuff like Valakut or Amulet Titan if we want. Cryptic comes in against a few different decks than Deprive. Both of them are good against the control decks. Cryptic is going to be like a late game try to win the game card, but it's also emergency bounce ensnaring bridge effect, which is nice, and it does not get shut off by Chalice and 2, which is also important. And Deprive is just very good on its own. It complements Force of Negation very nicely. Against like mid-jund and control decks, Phyrexian Revoker, that card has been very good every time that we've played it. It's also very good against, Devoted Company, because you can name the Devoted Druid with it, and there's nothing they can really do to stop you. I think this has a lot of interaction, so just shutting down Planeswalkers is really big with it. And you can file it in response too, so it kind of is like a counterspell in some regards. We're still going to put 2 Dismembers here just to have extra interaction against things like Devoted Company and Infect. It's just going to be a little bit tough because of things like Giver of Runes, but hopefully maybe against that deck we'll play Revoker on Giver of Runes and then use the Dismember to kill off their important stuff. And then, 4 Relic of Progenitus, just because there still are a ton of graveyards. Canister just went undefeated in, I believe, the last Modern Challenge with Hogak, and yeah, you got to be prepared for that. The Hogak is very, very much alive. Rumors of his death have been much exaggerated. turns out that Bridge from Below was really not the problem with that deck. You know, it was the 8/8 Trampler that casts, or that you can cast for 0 mana multiple times. Who would have guessed that? So, yeah, definitely got to be prepared for that. And I mean, the relics are also very good against stuff like Jund, where you want to turn off their recursion by just exiling the graveyard repeatedly. So, hopefully these are going to be good. Yeah, let's try this and see how it goes. Yeah, I'm not going to go on too long with this. I just want to get into this. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, I apologize. I normally do these for a Sunday, but I was playing the Star City Open, Team Open, so I had way too much Magic this weekend. I needed a break. Okay, round 1. Ben the Mind Sculptor. Okay, neat. Well, we're on the play. Unfortunately, we don't have any land, so we got a mulligan. This is a very, very poor hand as well. Like, I'm gonna mulligan again. This is not the way I wanted to start out. This is much better. I think we can keep this. It's a 5. At least he mulliganed to 5 cards as well, so we're gonna keep these. Alright, 2 cards go on the bottom. I guess here we want to keep... We can keep a Silvergill and a Coral Helm. We'll throw one of these away. I think this is okay. I don't want more than one Coral Helm because we're not going to have the mana to support more than one. However, I think this is fine. Alright, interesting. I will show them Coral Helm Commander. So they're on 5 cards. Okay, so Ben is okay. We probably are going to play Master of the Pearl Trident next turn. We really would like to draw another land. That would be great. I mean, that's one of the reasons I played Silvergill first, because I want to try to draw lands quickly. Alright, so it looks like we're up against Blue-Red Phoenix. Alright. Yeah, you're gonna get some burbs. Presumably. He's gonna get 1. Let's see. That's not terribly helpful right now. I don't want to put Coral Helm out yet. I guess what we're going to do is I guess we'll try to Trickster this thing down. We'll just keep it from attacking. This is not where we really want to be, though. Like, we're choked on mana. I'd really like to have that 3rd mana so Kira can be online and we can maybe try to deal with this. This is Aria Flame. It looks like it might be flashing back looting. Finale of Promise. Okay, well that's not good. That means if he has another bird, then he's going to get to cast it. He does have another bird. Alright, well, this is going to hurt, but I'm going to try to trade with this thing. Not helping. So the problem is, even if I play Coral Helm and level it up next turn, like, that just trades with this, it's not very good. If they cast 3 more spells, like, we're still in a lot of trouble. I don't know if we have much of a choice, though. Like, it's down to 2 cards, and I'm assuming they probably have to be spells. So I don't think... Yeah, because they cast 2 looting, so which means they got to filter their hand pretty well. If I play Master, I'm taking another 3 from this, like, and then probably the turn after that. I don't know. I guess Coral Helm is what it has to be. And give me some chance to try to do something. I think we're going to lose game 1 to Phoenix here, though. Did not have a good start to deal with a turn 2 Phoenix. And he's probably just going to get that Phoenix back right now. Yeah. Lava Dart is not helpful to us. Alright, well. Alright, well, we lose. Because we're going to take 6 from this, and then the Lava Dart's there, which means we can't use the Waterlog Grow for mana, and yeah, we're just totally screwed. We died. Alright, Relic is good, I guess. Spreading Seas is not good. Cryptic is fine. And Dismember's fine. Because we need it for Thing in the Ice. Actually, we might want Deprive as well. What do I want to take out for that? This might be a matchup where... No, we probably do want to keep Redream. Maybe we don't want Cryptic. That's going to cost a lot of mana. I think we just need to stay low to the ground. Alright, we'll do this. Cryptic is certainly fine, but... this is a very risky hand. I'm going to keep, because the worst case scenario, we'll cycle Relic and see if we can draw another land. And we have Force of Negation for an Aria if they go for that. Alright, well, I guess we're just passing for this turn. So there's definitely a risk. We're kind of hoping they try to make us use the Relic, though. The worst thing would be if he just plays like Thing in the Ice. Sure. As soon as we draw a land, though, we're definitely just going to start jamming Lords. Alright, well, I guess we're just going to be patient here. We don't have a lot going on, but so far they don't either. We have a Dismember for a Thing. We have a Counterspell for Aria. And they're not getting Phoenixes online through the Relic, so surprisingly, this could be way worse. Okay. I guess we just don't want him to have another Thing in the Ice. Alright, sure. I don't know why you're using this. Alright. No birds yet. Okay. That's interesting. think here I'm going to do this. They have enough stuff that, like, I don't want to give them targets for a finale. I guess right now I'm going to discard Silvergill Adept because we really don't need to be drawing more cards at the moment. They might be just hard casting birds, though. Hoping they go for Aria of Flame because we can counter it. Okay, well, we're definitely going to counter that. Because that is a win condition for their deck. Finally. Alright, let's get on the board. Alright, well, they had a bolt, that's fine. Nothing we can do about it. Hoping that we can get Kira out. Yeah. Yeah, you can loot. I put one Phoenix in the graveyard. I only have 3 cards in hand, so maybe they won't be able to get it back anytime soon. Sure. There's 2 birds in the graveyard. Ugh, this... Well, I mean, this hand was kind of a risk, but, like, I don't know. It seemed okay at the time. Alright, well, I do know that we definitely have to counter this. Because if we let them just Manamorphose, then they'll draw another card and definitely 100% be able to get the both Phoenixes back this turn. Flashback looting will bounce these things. You can still Violin Regery. Finale of Promise. Looting and Lightning Bolt. Alright, well, we don't have a choice. I guess now we're going to have to pitch this. It is going to trigger this, unfortunately, but we're going to get hoofed in the face. I really wanted to Violin Regery, but... I mean, oh, you know what? I should have waited till it bounced this and then pitched one of these instead. That was a mistake. I don't think it's going to matter, though, because I'm pretty sure this thing's going to kill us too quickly. Yeah, that was wrong. I should have let it bounce this first, because I could at least do that. But now, like, this vial's stuck here. Like, we're in a, like, no-win scenario against this thing. I don't think it matters, because I'm pretty sure they can just get these like, 3 Phoenixes are going to come back, surely, this turn. Oh, there's a Lava Dart there, so it doesn't matter. We were going to lose anyway. Yeah, we got mana screwed early, keeping the 1-land hand. I mean, maybe that should have been a mulligan. Yeah, that's fine, we lose, because he has Lava Dart to flashback and get the Phoenixes, and there's nothing we can do about that. Alright, well, totally got wrecked by Phoenix. I mean, I definitely didn't do myself any favors there, but, like, I find it hard to imagine that we were going to win on a mull to 5, and then, I don't know, maybe that 7 could have been okay, but if we had drawn an island in like the first 3 turns, like it would have been okay, but like I think it took way too long to get that second land. So I don't know. That is what it is. That was terrible. Wasn't super impressed with Regery. Come on. Okay, well, apparently that was false alarm. Alright, try again. Okay, we're on the play. This hand is fine. It's a one-lander, but we have Vial in the play. We'll keep it. I'm not thrilled that Waterlogged Grove is going to be fueling these things, but it's not the worst. Even if we draw Mutavault like Silvergill is alive. Well, this is probably not good versus this. And yeah, this is going to be very slow because I'm guessing they probably just have Natural Tron because they kept 7 cards. So we need Force of Negation probably very badly. Alright, well, so we have Force. What do we want to do here? I guess the best plan would be to play Silvergill, try to get a land so we can establish a board. Alright. And I can play Coral Helm because then I can Violin. We can put Regery in play next turn. And Lord of Atlantis. So yeah, I'll play Coral Helm. And I'll pitch this Coral Helm if I have to. New Dismember. That's fine. Alright. Well, I guess we're kind of hoping that they're on Karn right now. No, he does not have it. He has 2 towers. Okay, neat. So they just kept 2 Tron lands and hoped that they were going to draw it. So here's what we'll do. We'll take this up. No, that's good. So Regery, Lord of Atlantis, untap Vial. I'm going to hold back the Kara for right now. I mean, if they're going to dismember again, that's fine. Sure. I really want them to try to play like Walking Ballista or something. Because the Kira is going to help a lot against that. Reality Smasher is okay. Okay, well, let's put Kira in play. It has flying and it can get past this thing. Alright, so let's see, what can we do here? If we animate Mutavault, he can block 3. He's going to take 7, and then still it's dead to Kira next turn. And we can pitch a Kira to Force. Or we can actually pitch Coral Helm to Force just in case we need to put a new Kira in play. Let's This looks like this is actually Eldrazi Tron. So they're at 1. Alright. That's very dangerous to them. That means Kira definitely is going to kill them. So this isn't regular Tron, this is Eldrazi Tron. Alright. Well, that's not going to do it. Thought Not Seer, okay. You can exile Kara from my hand or force, I guess. I don't think there's anything you can do with just 2 mana, though, that's going to stop this from killing you. X equals 1 is not enough. Do not have any flying. Okay, well, you tried. Alright, interesting. So, we definitely want these ceremonious rejections. I don't know that... Yeah, Biomancer is probably not very good. And we might trim some of these Force of Negations. See, Revoker is actually probably good. And Dismember, I think, is what we want. So we have rejections. 26 creatures. Kara seems fine. I'll take out, what, one of these. Trickster is okay, because they have Reality Smasher and Matter Reshaper, which it's fine against. Spreading Seas we need for, like, Blast Zone. Coral Helm gets flying, so I don't really want to cut those either. Actually, you know what? Probably, like, try taking out 2 Silvergill Adepts, because they're actually kind of weak to Walking Ballista. So let's see. I think that this is a strategy some people have tried, and I think this is okay. You can cut Silvergill Adepts against some of these decks where you don't really want to go into a long game against them. Well, this hand is absolutely unkeepable. This is better, I guess. It stops like a turn 2 Thought Not Seer. We're going to keep, and I guess I'm going to put Force of Negation on the bottom. Alright. Yeah, they don't really do much on the early turns. Yeah? So what are you casting for 2? I'm going to counter that. Ballista will get out of hand, so... the best way, I think, to kill them... Yeah, we need to get the Lords in the battlefield before Thought Knot can eat them. Alright, they have Natural Tron this time, so... Yeah, this thing would have been disgusting. And they do have Thought Knot, so it's important that, you know, we had the Lord out now so they cannot steal it. So I guess here they probably take, yeah, Trickster, so that I can't tap this down and attack. They know about these 2 cards. Yeah, it's fine. We still need to just put as many Lords into play as possible. So now that means they can't really attack. They only have 3 cards in hand, so... Now if we draw like a Trickster or another... Oh, fuck. Well, never mind. We need Spreading Seas for this thing. Okay. You know what? We're gonna do it. Let's hope that he blocks. Nope. So it's gonna take his entire turn to crack the Blast Zone. And we can just play Silver Gills, I guess. This is not good, though. This is not where we want to be. Blast Zone is a very, very dangerous card for us, and we have exactly Spreading Seas to deal with it. But we also have to deal with fucking Tron alongside this. Oh my, what a nightmare. This card, I hate this card. It's so dumb. We just put a colorless, like, tutorable thing with, like, a million cards in this deck. Can find your Wrath spell with the Ratchet Bomb. Yeah, we're definitely losing now. That's right, they have Tron, this doesn't matter. No, the problem is if I block this, then they won't crack the Blast Zone. And if I play Spreading Seas on this right now, then they also will just crack it in response, because they'll... Yeah, I mean, it's gonna happen, so... I don't have any other way of dealing with it. Okay, well, this was terrible. I guess let's turn off the tower. Let's try to mount some kind of counter-offensive. I think it's not the worst, but I think that's not what we needed. We need, like, Merfolk Trickster right now. So we're going to take, like, 9 damage from this. They have 2 cards in hand still. Nope. Okay, that's actually alright. How do we do this? I think, yeah, like, Mutavault's not going to be able to block, so, alright, we do have to just do this. That's also not something I want to see right now. If I block here, I go to 1, and then he's only at 9, and that's not enough, so we're just going to have to try to make some blocks. We do have to double block Reality Smasher, and then block Thought-Knot Seer. So we can kill Smasher, but Thought-Knot's going to eat something. And we're not totally dead yet, but we're getting close. I guess this is fine. We're going to take 1. There was not a better way to block, really. It was the same. Alright, so, Coral Helm... Yeah, that's not good. There's no Benthic Biomancers in the deck. Coral Helm's going to have to block Thought-Knot Seer. If this was a land, it would have actually been okay, because then we would have had the 6 mana to make it a 4/4 and trade with Thought-Knot Seer. The problem is that we can't. There's no way to come... there's basically no way to come back from this. So Coral Helm can't really get leveled up, so what we need to do is draw a card. Alright, this still is not really where we need to be. Yeah, like, even if I play this, like, there's no turn in which I can play it and make it relevant. I guess we have to go to 2 to play Aether Vial, and then which creature are we going to try to sacrifice to Thought-Knot Seer? guess Lord of Atlantis? Because if we draw another creature next turn, then maybe we can get to a point where we vial in Coral Helm and then just level it up. Very, very long shot. Like, if we just play Smasher, we die. It just keeps drawing land, so, we really need to draw another creature. Trickster would be great. He has 2 Ghost Quarters. Unfortunately, 2 Ghost Quarters is not going to work here. Or not, yeah, it's not going to help us. So, at this point, we have to block with the Coral Helm. So he really needs to, yeah, he has to Ghost Quarter now, so. Alright. Let's draw a card. That's not helping. This needs to be like Trickster. Alright, well, we're dead, because he has a Ghost Quarter we can't block. Darn it! I mean, it was possible to sequence a comeback there, but not with those draws, so. Yeah, there's not really anything else different than I think we can do. I mean, maybe the Cryptic is okay. I don't know. I don't think there's really anything I want to change here. This deck is just extremely tough to beat sometimes, so. This is also a really, really shaky hand. We only have. I don't feel like this is a hand that's going to kill them. I'm going to mulligan. This is better. This is much better. I'll put the Waterlogged Grove on the bottom. Because even if we draw more lands, that's fine, because we're going to use it for Coral Helm. We're just going to go Lord, Master, Lord, Coral Helm. So they're still on the Tron plan. Alright, well, maybe if we draw another land, this Reedry will come alive, and then we'll get to play multiple things in one turn. Alright, 2 power plants is good. That puts them far away from Tron. Alright, hopefully we'll get to have a sick turn next turn. I'm just looking for them not to kill Reedry. If we don't draw a land, I'll play Coral Helm and level it up once so we can make good use of the mana. Okay. That's fine. So here, I think I just play double Lords. I think I'm lagging a little bit. There we go. I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll just untap an island. Sure, why not? This card is okay against us, but it's not, like, super amazing. I think they have better things. If we draw a land, we can actually play... No, actually, Coral Helm by itself is already going to be level 2 next turn. Because, yeah, we can play it, untap an island, and then use the 2 to level this up. We can also use it just to dump Trickster and play. Then if we draw a land the following turn, we can just put it to level 4 and attack with everything. That probably kills them, to be honest. We're just really looking to avoid things like All Is Dust right now, or Ugin if they have that in their deck. Yeah. They don't have Tron. They got Blast Zone, okay. So yeah, we do have to be very quick about this. Okay. So here's the thing, they can't they can't use it next turn. So I can tap down Matter Reshaper, attack them to 4. The Blast Zone is not going to be able to kill this stuff in time. And then the following turn, yeah, like this can just have flying and kill them anyway. Yeah, I'm going to tap Matter Reshaper here. Alright, we have a good chance to steal this. The Blast Zone was a little bit slow. So I think that we're good here. So I don't know, like they'd have to like All Is Dust this turn. We're just, I guess, hoping to not see that. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If they played Eldrazi Temple, they could All Is Dust, but we have no counterplay to that, so... Alright, did not have it, so sick. We beat Eldrazi Tron. Neat. So, yeah, the strategy against Eldrazi Tron, you really just want to put Lords in the battlefield to get your creatures out of range of, like, Walking Ballista, and just attack them quickly, because you do not have a lot of time. The strategy of siding out Silvergill Adept seemed to work. Yeah, we needed just beef on the board. Because, yeah, once Blast Zone comes out, you only have, like, 1 or 2 turns in order to deal with it, so... Alright, on the draw. This hand is okay. I will keep this. It has, like, a little bit of a curve to it. So they kept 7. This is not an amazing 7, but it's fine. Keep. Can go Biomancer, Silvergill. We're up against Infect. No, this is Affinity. Okay. Alright, well, we might be in trouble. That's not the worst thing to draw, because we can turn off Inkmoth Nexus from attacking us. They only have 1 mana source right now, so I guess we're just hoping they don't have, like, Arcbound Ravager. No, they have an... Okay, so the 2 lands. There's no Moxes, though. That's a good sign. Steel Overseer is bad, but it's... I mean, it could be worse. So let's see. In this case, I don't think we're super concerned about Inkmoth Nexus. I think right now we just have to put beef on the board and try to race them. So I think the best line is going to be something like Silvergill Adept, Lord of Atlantis next turn, probably. Yes, like Lord of Atlantis and... Yeah, they didn't attack into this Benthic Biomancer, so I don't think that there's any chance that they're blocking it. Alright, so we'll play an island. In case we draw a bend next turn, we want to be able to play it. So we'll get in our damage. We really need them not to have, like, Cranial Plating or Arcbound Ravager. Alright. So now we'll cast this, and we will reveal Lord of Atlantis. So we're definitely playing that next turn so we can attack. Alright. If we don't draw like a Benthic Biomancer or something, then we'll just, yeah, we'll play Mutavault, and then the turn afterwards we can go Spreading Seas and hopefully attack with the Mutavault and the rest of these dummies. So right now I think we're just hoping that, that's dangerous. So I guess we're probably going to have to Spreading Seas the Inkmoth Nexus in like one turn. Because the Infect can kill us. Let's see, if they attack with the Memnites, do we want to block them? Well, they're going to get out of range. Guess he's deciding, is he going to wait until they can become... Yeah, he's not even going to do that. Alright, so this is good. This means we can play Lord and attack, and he's probably not going to block anything. Trickster is okay. So, I guess the question is, am I fine with exchanging things here? Because actually, the two Steel Overseers making each other bigger might be a big enough threat on their own. Guessing if they didn't attack, though, they probably don't want to trade. I'll attack with the Silvergill and see what happens. I feel like they'll just take two. Alright. So we can play Mutavault, then this turn we'll flash in Trickster, tap down one of their guys before combat. And next turn we can go Spreading Seas, Lord of Atlantis, and then try to get in there. Well, that's dangerous as hell. So this is a problem now, because now I don't think our plan's gonna work. Yeah. There's no cards in hand, so what's gonna happen? Next turn... This... yeah. Well, we can take the Inkmoth for one turn, but next turn they can just... No, we're gonna have to Spreading Seas that. Okay, so... I'm not worried about Inkmoth hitting us. We'll just tap down this, because we can Spreading Seas the Inkmoth Nexus. Means we probably are going to get hit with this Blink Moth, though, because it's going to hit for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh. Yeah, that's free. Alright, so let's see, how does the damage work here? Like, is there any way we can survive this Blink Moth hitting us? I don't think so. We have to Spreading Seas the Ink Moth, because that will kill us for sure with Cranial Plating. So what's going to happen is they're going to spend one, animate this, and then it's going to get... yeah. Now will they'll spend one at... yeah, they can go Opal, yeah, animate, equip, and then just turn this into a creature just for the artifact count. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're getting smacked for 11 with this thing. So we're effectively at 9, which means we will have to block the rest. Yeah, we have to block at least 2 things here. But that's also assuming they don't just use the Steel Overseers to put counters and things. Alright, well, I don't really have a good plan for how to try to get there. Yeah, I feel like this was too much of a start. Like, if he didn't have the cranial plating, I think we have a chance, but having the cranial plating is too much. On the plus side, we get to bring in Ceremonious Rejections, which should help a little bit. So is there any way that we can possibly come back from this? I guess if they don't attack with the Steel Overseers and we block one of the Memnites, we could theoretically draw another Lord. The smart thing to do is just attack with all of these creatures. So if they just attack with these 2, we can block one of them with Lord and hope to draw another Lord. If they try to go and add counters to these. I think. Maybe not. Ugh, that's terrible. They tapped the Blinkmoth Nexus for this. That was a mistake, and I think you needed to equip this thing. Because it has flying. I couldn't block the cranial plating on it. What the fuck are you thinking? Alright, well, I think our opponent is trying to gift this game to us. Tapping this was definitely not the right decision. They're at 11. What the fuck are you doing? That is 17 damage. We just kill them with Island Walk, right? 3, 6, 9. Oh, we have exactly 11 Island Walk. Oh, no. We have to block it because they're going to double Steel Overseer. So we do have to block one. Alright. So, what has to happen here? Either... Yeah, I think no matter what, we have to draw another Lord. I don't think there's another way around it. We do have to draw a Lord, so... They're giving us a chance to do it, though. Yeah. Yeah, because this would have been 16 plus 7, so... Yeah, we do have to block, but... If we top deck Master of the Pearl Trident or Lord of Atlantis, or even Mara Regery actually would do it too. Unfortunately, I don't think that's... No, we still have a chance. So we can't attack with the Mutavault here. But if we draw Lord of Atlantis still, we could actually win. This would be 4, 4, and 3. So, alright, we have one more chance. Lord on top, come on. Ah, come on! We had every chance. Alright. Yeah, it's just too much now, because they have this thing to block, too. Like, it's too late. Alright, let's just see if we were where the hell, if it was in the next card or not. We had 2 chances to draw a Lord for victory. Alright. Are you fucking kidding me? If this was 1 card higher, like, we had a chance to win. Alright. Maybe they're gonna fuck up, who knows. We'll give them a chance. They already made one mistake that almost handed us the game, so let's give them a chance to do it again. All they have to do to win is just put cranial plating onto Vault Scourge, and then that will do the trick. Otherwise, I think we're still dead anyway. Alright, that does it. You won, opponent, but you did not deserve to win. You definitely should have lost, because you just had to put cranial plating on Blinkmoth Nexus. Alright, rejection, dismember. Phyrexian Revoker, actually, because we can name cranial plating or Arcbound Ravager with that. Kira is probably too slow here. Coral Helm is also probably too slow. We don't really have a lot of time to deal with this. And same thing with like Reejerey. This might be another time where like Silvergill Adept maybe should go out. I don't really want Cryptic Command. And you know what, I'll take out 2 Silvergills. This is a very fast matchup that we're going to die in, probably, if we don't do anything. We just need to have a very fast curve that kills them, so... Alright, let's try this. Siding out Silvergill Adept is definitely a very interesting and new strategy. I guess this is okay. It's fine. Hopefully they give us a, like, if they play Signal Pest, that's probably worth dismembering. Yep. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna dismember that. And I think we're going to probably Phyrexian Revoker this Mox Opal. That does not work like that. This opponent is so not good at this game. Alright, well. They have 3 cards in hand. We're going to Phyrexian Revoker on Mox Opal. Just in case they want to try to have some kind of mana. Let's just shut them down. Welding Jar does not save you from Dismember because Dismember does not destroy, it just is -5, -5. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to Dismember that too. Watch me. You do not have enough artifacts to sacrifice to save it. I guess maybe the correct thing to do would be attack with Revoker, but... What is he doing? I guess he just wants to put the counters on Ornithopter. Which means that we can get hit with it for a turn, but then Trickster can help us use Revoker to eat it. So what will happen is next turn we'll hold up Trickster, and then we can double block it with Trickster and Revoker. I don't know. This guy does not know how to play this deck correctly, I don't think. He's doing everything in his power to give us a chance to just steal this. You've already committed to this at this point. Like, I mean, to be fair, like, if Inkmoth, or yeah, the Blinkmoth Nexus and the Ornithopter could threaten to maybe kill us. So right now he's got 2 counters going on it, so he can put us to 9. So it'll be a 2/4. Then the Blink Moth is gonna threaten to kill us. Then he has 2 cards left. I don't know. Maybe he has something to make it worthwhile. But all right, I don't know what our opponent's doing, but we're just waiting. All right, finally. Did they just sacrifice Ravager to itself and miss this counter? Okay, I guess. You could have just let it die and it would have done the same thing. No, we're not going to attack. Since they don't have any opals out next turn yet, like I said, we'll get hit for this for 1 turn, and then when he attacks the next turn, we can bring in Trickster and then double block and hopefully kill it. You know what? That's fine. That's not going to change the math at all. Well, no, it actually... If he draws another mana source, then it's a problem. Because if he has another land, then he's going to be able to, like, put it on an Ink Moth Nexus. Or, I'm sorry, Blink Moth Nexus, and then still be able to attack with it. And it'll attack for 3. So we're actually still in trouble because of the stupid cranioplating. This is a little bit better. So let's see, if he could theoretically be attacking for 1, 2, 3, 5 next turn. No. No, we have to play the Trickster and eat this, but then we're on a 3-turn clock with Blink Moth if he finds another land. He didn't play one, though, so maybe he doesn't have one. I guess we're hoping that they don't draw out of it. Well, that's a problem. Yeah. Well, despite doing everything in their power in order to try to give us this, the power of cranial plating is probably gonna just destroy us. They're still finding a way through anyway. Ugh, why? This is not fair. We should not be losing to this guy. I don't know, I guess there are some matchups that even if you play so poorly, like, your deck can just win because of just raw power. That's the advantage of playing a deck like Affinity, is it's just really explosive, so it can bail you out of a lot of bad positions. Come on. Okay, well, he should have also equipped that turn. Alright, well, I guess we're just passing again because we have to eat another creature with Trickster. Yep. I guess if we draw Spreading Seas or Phyrexian Revoker, we could still come out of this. This time I only have to exchange one thing for that. So just hope you do not have, like, Galvanic Blast. You know what? I should have just kept my mouth shut. Because obviously our opponent, just despite, like, walking into as many traps as possible, is still finding a way to just, like, draw through their terrible play. Like, there was no reason to not equip this last turn. Alright, we're dead. Like, there's nothing we can do here. That's 4, 5, 6. We lose. Whatever, I guess. That was just awful. I can't believe that happened. I don't know if I could have done anything differently, because I feel like the things that we destroyed had to be destroyed. And, like, we absolutely should have... Yeah, we needed to lose the first game, but they very nearly handed us that game for free. I don't know. I feel like that was... We did not deserve to lose that round, but Magic just decided otherwise. Alright, it's on the play. Let's do it. Fine, keep. I don't know, I'm not terribly impressed with these draws, though. Like, where's my fucking Aether Vials? I know I have them in this deck. They mold to 6. Alright. How is it like Eldrazi Tron is the deck that we beat? That's like the hardest one. It's definitely one of them. Alright, sleight of hand, so this is either Phoenix or Storm. It could be either one. I normally associate Spire Bluff Canal to Storm, because Phoenix needs more mountains for their flashback. So in that case, we have Force of Negation, which is good. We want to just clock them quickly. Serum Visions, okay. Still has not tipped their hand either way. Didn't find another land, though. That's good. Alright. No, there's no reason to do this right now. Alright, now we'll cast it. No, that's fine. It means we can animate Mutavault and attack, and also adapt Biomancer. How much we got going on here? It'd be 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. No, they just gave up. Alright, cool. Didn't want to tell us their secrets. So I guess if we don't know what we're going up against, well, Spreading Seas is definitely not where we want to be against this deck. Relic is a safe bet against either Storm or Phoenix. And Dismember is fine against both of them as well, actually. Just because, like, even killing Boral is fine, but otherwise having it against Thing in the Ice is okay. Cut 2 Biomancers, I think. Well, we have the 4 Force, and you know what, we probably want the 2 Deprives too. Alright, we'll take out the other 2 Biomancers, and then we can make changes if we see anything that tilts us in either direction. It's probably Phoenix, but let's just hedge and be sure. Like, the Deprive's not even bad against Phoenix, to be honest. Like, if you counter the Hour of Promise, or no, what is it? Finale of Promise, that's the one. This is fine, I guess. We'll keep. We have Force. We have Vial. Blooded Strand. So this leads me to believe it's more likely to be Phoenix. Because a lot of the Storm decks don't play fetch lands in them. But I don't know, it could still be either. Maybe it's like a Jeskai control deck. That's possible. Thing in the Ice, okay. So it is Phoenix. So I don't want to kill it just yet. Let's just start drawing cards, because I doubt they're going to flip it this turn. And we can probably use a Dismember to kill it. Sure. Aria of Flame, okay, that's good to see that there. Serum Visions, okay, so Manamorphose is offline, so they're not going to do that this turn. The only thing is Lava Dart would be the bad one. No, that's fine. So we'll just dismember this now. So, what do I want to do here? I do want to put Silvergill in play, because if we draw another land, we can theoretically cast another creature. Actually, but we don't need to do that yet. Now, let's just do this now. They probably don't have a free spell. Alright, they do. So now we'll put Silvergill in play, see if we can draw a land, and then if so, we can put Coral Helm in play. Beautiful. And then we can tick Vial up to 3. We can put Ragery in, cast Coral Helm, untap Vial, cast Kira, or put Kira in play through Vial. That's definitely a possible line. Otherwise, we could just tick Vial up to 3 and hold up Force of Negation. Finale of Promise. So you were targeting Lightning Bolt and Serum Visions. I think this is worth forcing, but what do I want to use for it? I guess we'll pitch Coral Helm, because this is going to let us kill them quickly. The only thing we have to be concerned about is, like, Anger of the Gods. And actually, if I draw a land, then I can tick Coral Helm up to level 4. Alright, beautiful. Because then at least he will not die from an Anger. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to attack for 7. That's fine. I'll put Kira in play so Lightning Bolt is offline. Also turns off, like, Magmatic Insight if they have it. That protects Coral Helm a little bit. And then even if they do have Anger, like, we still have Coral Helm, and then Mutavault, and then Ragery. Yeah, no, that was too much for him to deal with. Alright, so, yeah, that went completely differently that time. Yeah, that Phoenix player had, like, the same problem we had in the first one, where their hand was just absolutely do nothing, and they lost, and, yeah. So 2-0 and then 0-2. Or, I'm sorry, 0-2 and then 2-0. Oh, alright. See if we can turn this around. At least get our 3-2. Are they gonna... Alright. On the draw. Alright, let's see if we can do this. So if I was on the play, I might keep this, but this hand is very far away from... Like, we'd have to definitely draw a blue source before we could even do anything, and if we're against, like, Jund or something, they take our Vial, we're going to lose for sure. I think I have to mulligan. I'm not keeping that on the draw. This is much better. I'll keep this. Put one force in the bottom. This is fantastic. It's significantly better. Because now we can actually cast everything in our hand. Waterlogged Grove. We might be up against Merfolk. No. Serum Visions. Okay, so what's playing Waterlogged Grove? Serum Visions. Blue-green. Most of the time they would want Fiery Islet. I'm not sure, but I feel like this is going to be a Force of Negation match. This Benthic Biomancer is probably getting pitched to Force. I have a feeling this is going to be a match where Island Walk is relevant. So they're probably trying to figure out if we're on Merfolk or Spirits, or maybe, I guess, I don't think humans would ever play Basic Island in their deck, so they probably wouldn't put us in that, but they might think Blue-White Spirits, maybe Bant Spirits, or possibly Merfolk. They might, so what the hell is this? Oh, okay, well, fuck, they're totally dead now. We're gonna just win right now. We just won on the basis of having fucking Force of Negation. They're just like, we have to go for it and hope he doesn't have it. No, I have it. Alright, cool! Eat a dick. Ugh. No, this deck is stupid. No, we are not gonna just play like this stupid Neoform nonsense. No, screw that. Deprive. So we will mulligan to Force of Negation if we have to, and I guess Phyrexian Revoker is fine just for the fact that it turns off Gristlebrand. Against this deck, we don't need Kira. We do not need Marrow Regery. Literally any dink is enough to win the game. I doubt that we're ever going to get to the point where Cryptic is going to get cast, but it still probably interacts with the deck better than like Spreading Seas. Actually, yeah, Spreading Seas seems pretty terrible. It does not attack them. They don't have any colorless spells in their deck for this to matter, so... Oh, you know what, though? We're going to keep Kira in, because if they go off with Lightning Storm, we can hold an island in our hand and theoretically, like, just, yeah, we can discard the island to Kira. We have to keep one more card. I guess a Regery, just because it attacks. This is as much stuff as we have that interacts with their deck, so we're going to keep this. And we're keeping, like, any hand that has Force of Negation in it. Alright. I don't care if it has lands in it or not. We can draw lands. We just need Force. So, no, I'm going to mulligan to 6. This is still not interacting with them. I'll keep a Deprive. Like, if I have a Deprive, then that's worth trying for, I guess. No, we got a mulligan again. 5 cards. Oh, I'm gonna go one more time, just because. This is fine. Keep. 3 cards go on the bottom. Phyrexian Revoker, Lord of Atlantis, and Master of the Pearl Trident, I guess. Done. Okay. They didn't reveal a Chancellor, so that's a good sign. Beautiful. Now we can pitch the Master of the Pearl Trident. Once we get a second island, we're just going to attack and never... We'll eventually just adapt this. Alright. It's fine. We have to go off before they manage to find a counterspell to go off with as well. I think if we find a blue source before they find the counterspell, we'll probably win. On the basis of Deprive plus Force. They don't feel confident going for it right now. Alright, well, it's a clock that does something. That's really risky. They must just have a bunch of lands in hand. So I wonder if maybe their hand is like Neoform and they're looking for Veil of Summer. Yeah. They're going for it. Yeah. He has packed. Alright, so F6. Alright, do your thing. Maybe they will fail to find enough to combo off with. Alright, so it looks like they're not going to fail. If we found the second island, this hand would have definitely beaten them, but nope. You're at 41. I mean, sometimes they can fizzle, so like if it's definitely possible that they're still going to lose somehow. Like, it's not 100% guaranteed that they're going to win. If they go down to like 2 cards in deck, then that's... yeah, then they're not going to be able to kill us before they deck out. There's 3 cards left in the deck. Laboratory Maniac is here. Alright, they got it. Okay, well, we don't really have... yeah, the problem is once they draw their entire deck, like, they have Pact of Negation that they could just counter the Dismember on the Lab Maniac. So this doesn't actually do anything. Or they could just activate Gristlebrand again. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, that's not going to do anything. We just have to hope to get a little bit luckier so we can have 2 counterspells up before they can go off. Again, if we drew the island, like, they could not win, because we would have Deprive into that, and that would just end them. Alright, yeah, I want to go first. So... we have against, like, turn 2. Is this worth keeping? Like, I think I'm going to keep it. I mean, if they have a turn 1 hand, they have a turn 1 hand. They mulliganed once. They'll probably do the same thing as before, I'm hoping. They did not reveal any Chancellors, so that's a good sign for us. Means the Prive should hopefully be online. So we didn't get turn 1. We're just holding up to Prive now. They cycled it. Neat. They didn't think there was much value in destroying Aether Vial. Well, I'm happy with that. No, I needed to do that. Pass. So end step will activate Biomancer. I don't think we're gonna need Kira. So we just have to put a fast clock on them at this point. Oh, that's good. Alright, well, I think this is they have to go for it this turn, so they're not going to have more time to look for protection. So it's just draw a card. Okay. So this threatens to kill them next turn, and we're just hoping that they don't have protection to go off. Does this work? Do you have a pact? Damn it! Alright, well, you only get to draw 7 cards. Alright, F6. Never do they not have it. So they had a counterspell plus that every time. There was nothing we could do about it. Fuck. Like, we just can't beat the Pact plus the combo. This is very highly interactive Magic the Gathering, I guess. I mean, to be fair, they didn't use Tangle or Chancellor of the Tangle to go off at any point. Like, we kept 3 hands that had counterspells, and only one time was a counterspell enough to stop them from just winning. I mean, the counterspell is the only reason that we did not lose in, like, turn 2 in every one of these games. Like, what are you doing? Surely you have to have something. Yeah, like, you can do this, right? Yeah, putting Silvergill in play and trying to draw the Force, I think, was the correct thing to do, because then we could have pitched Master to it. Alright, it looks like they should be good here. Yeah, now they can just draw 14 cards and win. Alright, opponent, you drew it. Like, you had it every time, so, Neoform does what it does, I guess. There was nothing we could really do about it. We decided, or we went to counterspells, and like one counterspell was not enough. You had to have two of them. I mean, I guess Chalice of the Void would be kind of good against that deck because you turn off the Pact of Negations, but I don't know. This was definitely not enough. Neoform is a really stupid deck, and I hope that it eats a ban, but I think Hogak is still more likely to see it first. My only problem with Neoform is that, like, I did the math on it, man. That deck can win on turn one, like, more than 20% of the time. And, I mean, I don't think that, like, overall it's necessarily a problem. I do think the fact that it can win on turn 1 20+% of the time is not a good thing for Modern. Like, clearly this card is not enough because, like, Pact of Negation still exists, and they can just easily go off, and they just printed fucking Veil of Summer, which just makes it easier for them to go off with protection. Like, now all they need to do is just have, like, Chancellor and the Veil of Summer, and they can still actually go off in turn one. I don't know. I mean, I guess they got us, and it is what it is. I think this deck was okay. We didn't come up against the matches where Kira was really relevant, but maybe we just need to have, like, more deprives in the sideboard. Like, I don't know. It could be that maybe, I don't know, the Revoker could go for more deprives or something, but yeah, Chalice also seems like it's a reasonable option. Like, Chalice is very strong against Phoenix, and there have definitely been people that have done well with it. Chalice also protects the Coral Helm very well, so it's an option. We might try it, but I don't know. Today was not the best day for Merfolk. Not for us, at least. We'll see if it goes better next time. That's all I got for right now. Hopefully, we'll do better in the next league. But yeah, so that's all I got. Take it easy. Wednesday, I should have the next one up. Sorry about this one being late. Like I said, I've played way too much Magic this week, and I could not go through another 2-hour league yesterday. But we'll be back on Wednesday evening whenever that gets uploaded. And I think I'll do probably Modern again, but we might have a new experimental build, maybe like Simic or something. I don't know. We'll see. Depends how I feel when we get there. All right. Take it easy, people.